My name is Mark Fratto, and I'm the voice of the Washington Commanders at FedEx Field. You're listening to the Command This podcast with Steve, Dev, and Phil.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Yes. February 15th, day after Valentine's Day. Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to the weekly live stream. I'm your boy, Steve. I'm joined by my man, Dev, down below, and my guy, Phil, to my left. Quality over continuity. That's right. That's right. Well, since our last Thursday live stream, we had the Super Bowl. It was a good game. Great game. 49ers had it. They blew it. It was definitely something. I don't know what y'all think about the Super Bowl, man. How did it go?
Good game. Couldn't care either way.
Well, you know.
I was rooting for the Niners. I'm not gonna lie. Just because.
Yeah, I was rooting for the Niners too. I put money on the Chiefs. I was not rooting.
Yeah, I did. I put money on the Chiefs. I put money on 49ers. I'm sorry.
Oh, I put money on the Chiefs. I won't bet against Patrick Mahomes.
I knew not to do that.
Yeah,
I still did it anyways.
Of course, it's okay. I mean, it's starting to become one of those, don't bet on Brady sort of things. That's kind of how it's turned out to be, man. People are already arguing: is he the GOAT? Like, is he already?
Yeah. If you count talent, not just statistics, yeah, for sure. Do you not think he's faster, bigger, stronger than Brady?
Yeah, I do. I mean,
I think he's a more talented. I think he's done more in the 7 years. I think 1 year longer than Lamar Jackson. He's done more in that length of time than anyone in the history of the league.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So I mean. It's hard to say he's greater than Brady. Well, is he better? It's the LeBron.
It is
Jordan
LeBron,
thing. I think LeBron's probably a better basketball player than Jordan. Man, he's just not going. He's never going to be greater. He's never going to mean as much to basketball as Michael Jordan, bro.
Yeah, I think Mahomes will eventually be greater.
yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yes,
that could happen.
I don't think anyone is influencing play style the way Mahomes has relative. Brady was a continuation of what had worked. Mahomes is.
Who do you think influences football more? Mahomes.
People will say Vic, or they'll say RG3, or they'll say.
Who do you think influences the teams more in a football? Quarterbacks, Lamar, or Mahomes?
Let me make my point though, because my point is a little different than that. What Mahomes does is that Mahomes brings that mobility. He's not the most mobile, but his arm talent and his accuracy and his ability to make insane plays off schedule is just different.
Yeah.
And it's almost like you've now got it used to be the point guard used to just pass. Now the point guard can pass, but he also pulls up for threes 20 times a game. That's what Mahomes is. Mahomes is like a new breed point guard, but he's a quarterback.
Yeah, straight up. Hey, Ryan, technical difficulties, yes. And as you know, we were on CTP time. If you know us, you know how we do. That is what we were.
Yeah, CPT though.
CTP.
Command this. No, CTP is Command This podcast.
We're CPT, color people time.
I know exactly. That's a joke.
I get it. It wasn't funny though, but I get it.
That's hilarious. It's just not the first time we've made that joke.
Yeah, we've said it a bunch of times. Where I don't have the funny drum roll queued up. So, boom.
We need a tape for a live studio audience laugh track.
Yeah. Or after one of those, just a. I thought I had a laugh in here somewhere. Maybe I don't. I guess I don't. Ha ha ha, not funny. All right. Terrence, what's up, Terrence? Mean Green, our fellow Eagles fan, says, gentlemen, it's the off season, the best time of the football year. Let's get it. Hey, the new league year has started. It is the 2024 new league year already. And the Commanders are on a roll. Let's go ahead and get into the environment. Let's go ahead and kill the intro. Let's talk about it. Super Bowl champs. We were kind of getting into there for a second. So the Chiefs are Super Bowl champions. They defeated the 49ers. A couple of things to take away from the Super Bowl here real quick, though. First off, you guys have a favorite commercial of the night? Did you guys have anyone stood out to you more than the others? They weren't as good as they usually are.
They sucked this year. God.
Yeah. There was a few that were like, that's pretty good. But,
you know, they made an effort with
the Brady
thing.
And
the Michael Cera one, maybe the funniest thing. Maybe the funniest thing he's done outside of This Is the End.
Yeah.
What?
Great movie.
Superbad.
Great movie.
It wasn't funny and Superbad.
You're crazy. You look like Pinocchio in that van.
Michael Cera pisses me off in 99% of what he does.
Superbad's hilarious. He's hilarious in that movie. You didn't like Scott Pilgrim?
Scott Pilgrim of the World. Good movie.
Scott Pilgrim was great because of everything around him.
Oh, he got some good movies, man.
He talks like this because he's Michael Cera.
He's the same guy in every movie, but so is Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd.
I can't stand Paul Rudd.
Crazy.
Let me put it this way. Okay, it's not that I can't stand him. I just don't find him funny.
What?
He's not funny. He's just
what's this is 40?
Great movie.
Yeah, he's hilarious, man. He's funny.
Brandon Cole, what's up? Brandon Cole from YouTube, what's up? Said, what's up, everybody? Sorry I missed the last one, but I'm back. No worries, bro. And we are happy you are here. Thank you for tuning in. And just a reminder, if you're watching from Facebook, click that link at the top so we can see your name here on the stream. Or, like we have one comment already. Or you can flip over to YouTube for a better experience. And I'll post the link in the chat here. Flip on over to YouTube and join us there. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. At least hit the like. We'd greatly appreciate you. But yeah, the 49ers pulled out the L. And I think a big part of it is Kyle Shanahan with the new rules. You defer in overtime. He chose to receive. That is why one of the main reasons they lost. And then he blames it on Steve Wilks, his defensive coordinator, who had that defensive team playing at a high level all year long. And he gets the boot the week after the Super Bowl. So, you know what I'm saying? Like with the new rules, both teams get a shot no matter what. Why would you not defer? Did you see Mahomes' face when he chose the ball? He was ecstatic.
Yeah.
It so dumb. I don't get it. I really don't get it. But another thing, Kyle got a little bit of a Bieniemyism in him. He started out the second half, 4 straight series. I think he ran the ball once, if not none, 0 times. That's terrible. I don't know what they were thinking there. You got Christian McCaffrey under center. I mean, come on. I mean, Christian behind you, behind the quarterback. He had 9 carries the entire second half of the game. I'm sorry. They ran the ball 9 times as a team the entire second half of the game. I don't get it. And that's what we. They did the
same thing the Ravens did. Just beat themselves. He pulled an Andy Reid like pre Chiefs. He pulled a Philadelphia Eagles Andy Reid. He got all the way to the big game and just didn't do what got him there. Or like just kept passing. Like, what are you doing?
Yep. Ryan said commercials have been ass over the years. Originality is no longer a concept. That is true.
Everybody just wants to put a big star in a commercial. Back when we were younger, like you could have an old lady nobody knew go up there and say, "Where's the beef?" and fuck everything up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, back then you had Ernest and the convenient commercials. You know what I'm saying? Like the commercials made the superstars, dog. It went superstars in commercials.
Now you got stars making the
right.
Back then,
I got Steve Mahomes and fucking Chris Paul and every damn insurance commercial now, man.
I mean, I will say that I don't know if this was during the Super Bowl or after, but did you see the commercial, the Dunkin' Donuts commercial, with there was
That's what I said. The one with Brady and them in it.
And they were throwing the football.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good one.
That's the best too.
There was the other Dunkin' Donuts one they did earlier was not good. They did a second one with J-Lo. The one with J-Lo, I didn't like that one either.
They all stunk.
Just to see Ben Affleck throw a football, man, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
We got to see Ben Affleck throw a football.
Yeah, he's in his Boston.
Is that the standard now?
I don't know what the standard is now because they're all really bad.
No, the standard is apparently Jesus has a foot fetish.
Wash the feet. Yeah, not.
There were a lot of Scientology commercials. If y'all didn't notice.
Yeah, a lot of religious commercials.
There's a lot of Scientologists in Hollywood, and since they're in every commercial,
yeah, so exhausting.
Just saying.
No, Todd. But
this is on Facebook. Tarek Reddick, hit that streamer link at the top of the post so we can see your name on stream, man. But thank you for tuning in. Ryan says Paul Rudd is funny as fuck. He's awkwardly funny.
He's funny.
No, awkwardly funny. Go back if you want to see really like awkward, cringe, funny. Go on YouTube and look up like old bits from like Opie and Anthony because that's awkward funny. Paul Rudd is just
funny, man.
Boring. Your boring neighbor in mid-calf socks and New Balances.
Have you not seen Wanderlust, bro?
Sunday.
Oh, Wanderlust.
Have you not seen Wanderlust when he gives himself a pep talk in the mirror, man? Paul Rudd's hilarious.
I want to touch it.
Paul Rudd hasn't entertained me in anything else he's done. Why would I go back? Why would I go look for more movies he's been in?
Man, Paul Rudd is hilarious, man.
He's taking a shit on the toilet.
Oh man, the dude just comes in.
What's up?
Or when he thinks he can put a move on a pregnant lady and she's giving labor. It's hilarious, man.
Oh,
man. Paul Rudd's funny, man. You tripping.
He's got some funny moments. Todd Samuel, Brandon Ayuk to DC. I don't know, man. I mean, his brother got on either Instagram or something or Twitter and said, "Yeah, this is why we're leaving." So brother drama. I don't know. Brandon Ayuk's brother says they're leaving San Francisco. I mean, it's a brother.
Look, man, I don't want to pay a number 2 receiver number 1 money again, dog. I got a $23 million receiver and a number 1 pick. Look, man, if you don't pick Harrison in the first round, don't pick a receiver in free agency, dog. Just roll with the niggas we got that are young. You can draft the guy later in the 2nd or 3rd round if you want a receiver. Don't go bring Curtis back, dog. Don't go get Brandon. Don't spend $30 million, $20 million on Brandon.
Yeah, you can't have Terry at 24 and then Brandon Ayuk at 27. Bro. Fuck that. No way. No, sir.
Yeah, I don't want to pay $20 million for a receiver.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Even though we got it.
He's good. But it's not it's a trade. You're gonna have to
if you're gonna waste money, go waste money and get Derrick Henry or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying do that either.
Mike Evans is only going to cost you like 18, 19 maybe. I mean, come on.
Nah, he's going to get 20, son.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Terry McLaurin's getting 24.
Yeah.
23. What do you think Evans is going to get?
And he's only 30.
Right.
Only 30 years old.
He's going to get a big one.
Yeah. Who else is I think I'm looking at the list up right here. Curtis
I'm bringing Curtis back.
Tyler Boyd, Kendrick Bourne, DJ Chark, Paris Campbell, McCole Hardeman, Braxton Berrios.
What's the name of free agent? Your boy that
Tennessee. Nicole Hardman has done, mid his entire career. He catches a game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl, which, by the way, he apparently didn't know won the game.
Yeah.
At Mahomes, told him, "You just won the Super Bowl for us." He's like,
"He blacked out." Blacked out.
T. Higgins is also out there. He's not demanding that much either. Who's this? Another Facebook user, Greg Delaney. Hit that streamer link at the top, bro, and so we can see your name, or flip over to YouTube. Just post a link in the chat. Ryan says, "I love you, man. Cracks me up." It's a good one.
I love you, man. Cracks me up, man.
I know a mobile quarterback at the top of the draft. I wonder who's he talking about.
Caleb Williams.
I think it's talking about is he white or khaki?
Yeah, Mr. Titan. What's up, man? That mirror scene in Wanderlust makes the whole movie.
Man, it's hilarious, man. Just the way his brother talks to him and his wife's in there just fixing up mojitos or whatever.
A functioning drunk. But our boy, Mr. Titan, yeah, he's a fantastic Tennessee Titans content creator, good friend of the show. Hopefully, he'll be coming up to the DC area this year because we are scheduled to play the Tennessee Titans at home. So hopefully we can host you this season. So let us know, man.
It would be a fun one.
It sure would. All right, another comment from YouTube. James Flores. What's up, James? Thank you for tuning in. Is that a Mavericks logo you got going on there?
That is a Grizzlies logo, isn't it? No, it's the Mavericks.
Man, we just gave you Daniel Gafford from the Wizards, man. Good luck.
But thanks for Brunson.
Kyle Kuzma said he did not want to go to the Dallas Mavericks. I'm like, you're smoking crack.
Better than he's ignorant as shit.
James Flores says we need defensive ends and OTs. Rests easy, brother. We will get those one way, shape, or form. I believe we'll talk about this later that we got the staff in place to figure it out. I really do. Todd Samuel, T. Higgins is available. Yes, he is. We'll talk about that here in a minute.
Yeah, we don't need no free wide receivers unless it's bring Curtis back, dog.
Yeah. My boy David Silball. David, he's a Steelers fan, by the way. Says T. Higgins is available. Dave, while you're here, put it in the chat. We'll come back to it. Who do you want as your quarterback? Because there's rumors that they're going to trade for Justin Fields. You got 3. Mitch is going to be gone. You got Mason Rudolph, and then you still got Kenny Pickett. So who do you as a Steelers fan want as your quarterback? On Twitter, KC Niners should trade for Fields. Why? You have Brock Purdy. He's fully functional in that offense. There's no need to trade. He's not.
Who's the game manager?
I kind of agree with that. I think you put him in another system, he's not as good, but he's good in the system that he's in. So that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Alex Smith was a game manager. I think we won in spite of Alex Smith. I know Phil and I feel that way. Dev says otherwise, but I don't know. Okay, James says Mass. All right. Uncle Joe Ray said, hey, Steve, love the talk tonight on the draft. I'd like to go with Harrison if they're not happy with the quarterbacks. Exactly. At 2, Marvin Harrison Jr., 6'4", 220, 225. You're punching Megatron numbers there. I mean, imagine, and then I don't know what you do for quarterback, but you gotta man, Terry and Marvin Harrison Jr. Come on.
Elite Neighbors is better.
Oh, come on, man. I was looking through a bunch of different mock drafts and
go Tigers.
Where they see all these people at is just funny. Thanks, Uncle Joe, for watching. Todd says Tyron Smith and Donovan Smith are available. I don't know about Tyron Smith, man. He's 33. 33, 34 with an injury. I might want to stay away personally. I might want to.
Man, I think I would take him. I would take him on a rental if we were to bring in like a rookie in the second round or some shit tackle that we don't think might be ready to start. I would bring Tyron Smith in so he can play left and you can put let him right and then put that rookie in there whenever he's ready. Replace.
What about the dude? No, that guy. Oh,
you know what I hate. This is the one thing I will say about fans. It's like when you don't get everyone on your wish list, and it's like they sucked. They didn't get. Here's a list of a bunch of people, and it's like, bro, you realize that there's a negotiation with each one of these people, right? And you have conversations and interviews with them, right? And if you're like, man, I don't get along with this person, right? They might be a fit somewhere else. There's not a fit for your organization, all right?
Brian,
I work in hiring people, so I do realize I have to turn down people who are talented all the time because I know they're not going to fit with my organization. They'll fit somewhere else. Just saying.
Yeah. Comment Deluxe says Brian Fantana, Paul Rudd.
Fuck yeah, man.
Character and 40-year-old virgin.
40-year-old virgin, man. When he was like,
and what was he in Anchorman? He was
He was a
Brian Fantana. He was Sex Panther.
It works every time.
That's the smell of desire.
Man, he's crazy. He's got some classic roles. Ant-Man was good because of him. I like
Ant-Man
too.
One monologue pretty decently.
And he was good. He was good, not funny, but good as Ant-Man. He wasn't bad as Ant-Man.
Yeah. He wasn't the worst part of Ant-Man.
40-year-old virgin. He was the love struck guy.
He was hilarious. If I hear I'm gonna be here one more time, I'm gonna burn this place to the ground. 40-year-old virgin, by the way, top 5 funniest movie of my life.
It's funny. It's definitely a good one. Yeah.
Man, Phil's a hater, man. He don't like Paul Rudd.
Greg, fix his name. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. I'll give you a
Phil's writing diss songs about Paul Rudd right now.
There you go.
Man, because your ass is old.
What's up, Marcus? What up, family? Praying for Lisa Lopez and the rest of the victims of the Kansas City shooting.
Lisa Lopez,
No, she was a DJ DJing the event, and she got killed at the shooting at the Super Bowl parade at the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, man, it's horrible news, by the way.
Terrible.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But man, was I relieved to not think it was like a terrorist act or some crazy motherfucker that's out there shooting at Taylor Swift fans and shit. I was thinking in my mind, like, what jackass is just hates Taylor Swift or something. I thought it'd be something stupid or a terrorist attack. So it seemed to be an argument where people just got caught in some strays. Unfortunately, that's terrible still. It's the worst shit that can happen. But at least nobody has to be scared because it was a isolated incident instead of an act of terror, I guess, on everyone. It looked like it was like an argument broke out and he fired on. They was firing, two people firing each other, and everybody else got hit.
Yeah,
it's what it sounds like. I don't know.
I had to close out X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it.
It was getting stupid. It was getting stupid on the comments. I'm with you. I'm
like, y'all don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah,
you're reacting.
It went sideways very quickly.
And I had so many responses. I just delete.
I wonder, like, what started this shit. I mean, I don't really know. I was at work all day, so
bro, what starts this all the time?
Argument.
People don't know that there's a code to this anymore.
Except my J's, bro.
There used to be a code. You try to keep as many innocent people out of your beef. Now it's just like, fuck it, spray.
Yeah.
Spray. That's it.
Sorry.
That's it. Deluxe says there's only one Megatron. You are right. So Calvin Johnson was 6'5", 240, 235, 240. I just looked up Marvin Harrison's measurables. So you're right. He's not as big, but his measure right now, 6'4", 205. So he's a little on the thin side.
Man, Lamar was 185, and now he's 215 and looks like a muscle hamster, bro.
Yeah.
So hey, you look at it, right? Everybody's body can change, man.
Yeah.
You can't be 6'4" and be called a hamster of anything.
I'm just saying. I'm saying, like, if small as Lamar Jackson can go from a 185 to 215 all muscle, then what do you think that Harrison Jr. could do? Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And he don't need to get up to like 215, 220.
Got to stay quick. Yeah, 225, 220, he'd be good.
You don't bring him over the middle anyways. You take him over the top. You got McLaurin to go over the middle. You got Dotson to go over the middle.
Don't spare him. Seattle stays putting DK over the middle of like some dumbass, and he just rolls over people. You can't.
But that's all he can do is a slant, though. That's all he already got. A slant and a
Chris Reed, everything I'm seeing with the staff, like I told you, I'm very happy from the front office to the coaches to my God, Ken Norton Jr. I was like, oh yes, I smell a championship. So Chris messages me a lot. When he gets really excited, he hits me in the DMs, and he's been super ecstatic about this team and how Dan Quinn is assembling his staff. So while I'm pulling up the picture,
read the headline: quality over continuity.
That's right.
We are pulling the best we can get from everywhere we're looking. Right? It's not like Jay and Bruce with the Tampa connection. It's not the Commandthers anymore. We thought for a second it might be Command Boys
or Cow, in the words of
Cowmanders. That stopped
shout out
quickly
to you.
when the Cowboys said no, you can't interview our people anymore. We said fine. We're going to go pluck the best we can get from this team, the best we can get from this team, the best we can get from this team, and that's what they're doing. Now, I use the term best that we can get. Was it our first choice? Not always. You can't always get your first choice. That's what I was talking about with
you can't always get what you want. That's right. So we got the roster of the coaching roster of let's just talk about this real quick. I'm gonna get to some of these comments. Offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury, we know that. Assistant quarterbacks coach David Blau. You guys remember David Blau as a player?
Yeah.
As a quarterback and never made it. I mean, who did he? Do you remember who he played for?
I don't know. But I remember the name.
The Lions.
Played for the Lions. That's right. Played for the Lions.
I guess that right. Was it right?
It was the Lions. That's the only.
It was a Hard Knocks.
Hold on.
1 year.
Okay, so he was on the Browns, the Lions for 2 years, the Vikings.
He was on the Lions when they were on
finished
Hard
as the
Knocks.
Lions. So he just quit football last year. Now he's our assistant quarterbacks coach.
But I'm saying he was on the Lions last year, I thought.
He was 2023.
On Hard Knocks, rather. My bad.
This past season, He
Yeah,
was on
Hard
the line.
Knocks. Yeah, he was on lines last year, I guess. Yeah.
So he's only 28.
I
Sometimes
thought he was good. He used to play for the Cardinals whenever Kings was able to do
he did, and that's probably why
Okay.
Cliff Kingsbury hired him.
There was a rumor that it was going to be Colt McCoy as assistant quarterback
I
coach.
really think Colt McCoy would be a great coach. I really do. Damn it! I said I really do. I think Colt McCoy would be a good coaching player. Some players look like they just got it. Ryan said, I didn't watch a lot of college football outside of my Commanders and watched Harrison highlights. Sheesh, we need him at 2, and I know I'm going to get hate. Hey man,
I'm with you, Ron. That's my dream pick.
Person.
That's my dream pick. I wanted to be Harrison, but if not, I wanted to be Daniels. I'll take either or. I might take Mayo. I'm starting to look at his film. He's pretty good, but he has no footwork whatsoever, though. I'm terrified of his shit.
Yeah, he's got some issues with footwork. But can't footwork be coached up,
We think that if that was the case, why the guy we got there being coached up?
I mean, Sam's house footwork isn't bad. I think his vision needs a little bit of work. I don't know about his footwork being bad.
I think it's Machismo is what needs some work. He just thinks
Machismo. He's just quiet.
He's getting in there, man. He thinks he can just get any pass in there.
Ryan said the Gators not Commanders. I'm drinking per usual. Same here, man. Salute. Got some Elijah Craig going on tonight. Elijah Craig.
Fireball.
Tia, what's up? Tia said, hey, fellas, it's a wonderful day in Washington. Yes, it is a wonderful day in Washington. Thank you for joining us from the YouTube.
Can we go get Wilkes, though?
Steve Wilkes. We were just making up titles, right?
Yeah, call him like a
assistant to the defensive coordinator.
Assistant to the defensive coordinator.
Yeah. Marcus Edlin says, first off, Marcus, Sports View 2.
You got to make that meme, by the way. You got to make a picture of him and an assistant to the defensive coordinator office.
Yes, done. Says Keon Coleman is a big, fast wide receiver in Florida State, 6'5". Okay. Todd Samuel says Jackson Powers Johnson would be a great O lineman in DC if we trade back up at the end of the first round. Those are huge picks. I
just want a Jackson Powers Johnson jersey.
Yeah, and on this coaching staff, Chris Reed's comment about these guys, and every one of these guys have won or been to Super Bowls. There's 17 Super Bowl rings. 17 Super Bowl rings on this coaching staff. That's insane. That's a lot of winning experience.
Go get Wilkes.
Yeah. Okay, so we got to David Blau. Andre Coleman, offensive assistant. Don't know much about Andre Coleman. Bobby,
I do.
What tell us about Andre Coleman there for
Andre Coleman was actually one of the best punt returners in the league during the 90s. Was on the Chargers squad that went to the Super Bowl in 1994. Got blown out by the 49ers, but hey, things happen. It's funny. He was also a wide receiver in the league. He was actually I believe he played college in the old Division II before they had FCS, FBS, whatever. So he was NCAA Division II. So he came from a small school.
So did I.
Now on the Chargers roster as a kick returner and as a backup wide receiver. I think he's a good pick for now. He's been around as in different roles as an assistant coach in different places since leaving the league. I think he was in the league for like 8-9 years. So he stuck around for a while. I do think it's interesting that he's an offensive assistant and not working special teams because he was so good as a punt returner.
We got a good special teams coach. We got a good one.
We got a good one in special teams. But you know what? He was always he was a wide receiver in the league for 8-9 years or so. So actually probably pull up his stats right now while y'all talk.
While we're waiting, I think this is my buddy David said, just to ask, this year's draft is more offensive than defense, correct? So it seems to be that way so far. There's a lot more offensive traction going on. Normally you see a edge rusher or a linebacker or a hybrid up there in the top 10, but
they got Verse, how you say his name? Florida State. He's probably gonna be first.
Kool-Aid McKinstry is a great DB that's on the radar, but it's all offense.
You got a middle linebacker too, right? One of them kids, dads in the league, kids, middle linebacker.
I don't remember. Marcus said Dan Quinn done a great job by adding quality veterans, coaches with young and up and coming coaches. Yep. Also, we got Bobby Ingram. Bobby Ingram was a holdover. So he survived last year's firing. He was only on the staff for 1 year, but he survived. He's going to be our wide receivers coach again. So they must have only the best coaches get to stick around, and we'll see who stuck around here in just a second.
Bobby Johnson's crap though. Didn't he come to Giants?
Bobby Johnson.
Bobby Ingram has a good reputation around the league too.
OG Bobby Johnson.
Yeah, OG Bobby Johnson.
I want my son back. Hey,
ain't about that life no more. Shit, what was that movie called?
South Central.
South Central, yes.
Yeah.
It had that guy was a teacher in the movie The Substitute, if you remember.
He was also on Striptease when he was boning girl from Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, good actor, dude. That's a good actor, man.
Yeah.
OG Bobby Johnson.
OG Bobby
Get my
Johnson.
son back. Todd says, wonder how many
you shoot a man.
Bring
He never comes back.
That's right. Brandon said, please don't ever sing again. Come on, man. We don't sing that.
Yeah,
we sing a lot on this show, so I'm sorry, bro. You just might have to get used to it. Nat Rivers, what's up, Nat? That Ben Johnson wouldn't be able to get some amount of good coaches on his staff. Yes, that's it. That's the point that I think that we need to. What kind of staff would Ben Johnson have assembled? Not 17 Super Bowl rings. I'll tell you that much. Right. Brian Johnson. We talked about this last live stream. They plucked him from the Eagles. He was the Eagles offensive coordinator. Before that, he was the quarterbacks coach where he groomed Jalen Hurts to be.
Oh man, Eagles fans want to act like that never happened.
Yeah, and Terrence, if you're still on here, man, how do you feel about Brian Johnson? Because
Eagles fans act like Brian Johnson was always
Johnson was the Cowboys. It was the Giants. Brian Johnson was it.
I texted our buddy Jimmy Kempsky. Jimmy Kempsky, one of the best beat report writers for the Eagles. I just texted him to see, what does he think about Brian Johnson? He's like, he'll do a great job developing whatever young quarterback you have. So he got that stamp of endorsement. I think Eagles fans fell out of love with him being offensive coordinator, but it was only 1 year. So I don't know.
And he's an assistant head coach. He's an offensive pass game coordinator. He's not calling the plays. That's a Cliff Kingsbury deal. Yes.
The thing is with him getting the assistant head coach there. So I think there's a little bit of chess, a little bit of chess play with him being the assistant head coach. Cliff Kingsbury still is the offensive coordinator, but Brian Johnson will get the experience, according to Nikki Javala, with the organizational side and things head coaches have to handle to help set him up for future head coaching opportunities. So that's pretty cool. That he's going to be the assistant head coach and not Cliff Kingsbury. So for whatever reason, if the offensive flows and Cliff leaves, bam, Brian Johnson's ready to step up and take over. So he's pass game coordinator. And Anthony Lynn, former Chargers head coach.
Dallas Turner was I was thinking of Alabama linebacker.
Was on the San Francisco 49ers. He's our run game coordinator, running backs coach. He's a running backs coach. I guess that means Jennifer King. I haven't heard about her sticking around, so she's probably out. But Tavita Pritchard, our quarterbacks coach, he survived the cut. He made it. He's
another guy who's got a really good reputation around the league.
He does. He's a young up and coming guy. So it's good to see, those people get to stick around, because we were talking about this in the chat before. What does that mean for Sam Howell? Does that mean anything for Sam Howell? Rhetorical question. I mean, does Tavita Pritchard sticking around this season?
He fits a lot of the kind of stuff Cliff Kingsbury does like in the quarterback. We bring in Brian Johnson, who has already coached up one quarterback who struggled early in his career. You have Tavita Pritchard, which gives you some continuity at the quarterback coach position. So, again,
sorry, I meant to give you the bell.
Are on the table.
Yeah, all options are on the table. Marcus says Tim Hasselbeck says May's the best quarterback in the draft. Ooh,
well,
that's cool.
Tim Hasselbeck's opinion.
Yep.
I mean, there's a lot of guys in the draft. There's a corner, I think it's a Cooper DeJean.
He's scheduled to go in the first round.
He's a white dude.
He is, and he's fast, man. He plays with Iowa State.
Yeah, the Buckeyes.
Yeah.
He's tough.
Tia says, "Can you smell what Washington is cooking?" If I could do if you smell it, I'm not a good rocket person.
Smell
There you go. Phil
Commanders. Oh,
there we go.
cooking. Thanks. Appreciate that one.
Once again, I meant to give you the bell. So Chewbacca's next to the bell. Let me move that over here. All right. There we go. It's out of order. Now it's in order. Todd said, defensive free agents wise, give me Antoine Winfield and Patrick Queen. I know, Dev, you're very high on Patrick Queen.
Yeah, I like Patrick Queen.
A lot of people are against that. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, he's solid. Offense wise, give me Dalton Schultz, tight end from the Texans, and Austin Eckler, running back.
I told you, like Alabama got the linebacker though, Dallas Turner. Like I wouldn't mind getting like a Jeremiah Trotter in the second round.
Yeah, Jeremiah Trotter Jr.
Yeah. That's what I was actually talking about earlier. I said there's a guy who's got a kid or something who's playing the league.
Yeah.
He's real good linebacker.
Speaking of Todd's comment, just real quick, down and dirty. Here are the available free agents for running backs.
Derrick Henry. Todd's comment because he writes it as if no one in the organization could possibly think of two of the top defensive players in free agency and two of the top offensive players in free agency. Like, damn. I'm sure they might see this podcast, see us listen, go, I would have never thought of Patrick Queen.
But so listen to these free agent running backs, and this is Brian Johnson connection might kick in. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Tony Pollard, Saquon Barkley, Austin Eckler, he's 28, 29. Cordarrelle Patterson, they have him listed as a slash. Gus Edwards from Baltimore, Zeke Elliott, Devin Singletary, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. DeAndre Swift is a free agent. What is the possibility? Because he was pretty deadly last year.
I think Robinson is going to be good, man. I think that they unlocked him to
replace someone like Antonio Gibson.
Antonio Gibson might be gone.
Yeah, but you drafted your boy last year too from Kentucky.
But Chris Rodriguez is no DeAndre Swift is. I mean, he's a speedy weapon X.
Yeah, he's no DeAndre Smith.
Yeah, it says his market value is going to be. Market value $6 million, 6.5.
I just think if you got Robinson and Rodriguez, I think if you want to have another back, you need to draft him, unless Gibson comes back cheap. I don't think you spend over $2 million for a guy who's not going to run the ball but half the time. Like I just don't think that's you could probably get Trey Benson or someone in the third round.
Yeah. Ben Harlow says kids, dad's kids. I'm not sure what that means. If kids are watching, not sure. We try to be family friendly, not all the time. Brandon Cole, hopefully some W's, at least a good playoff run.
I think I killed that at about 11 minutes.
So we talked about Anthony Lynn, Tavita Pritchard, David Rye, tight ends coach. I had to look up David Rye. He's my age. He's 43. He's our age, He's had a bunch of coordinator, assistant jobs, and he's just coming off the Buccaneers as a senior offensive analyst. So I don't know. He has that Texas Tech connection with Cliff in 2013. He was the assistant quarterbacks coach. So that's probably why he got a job. Darnell Stapleton, assistant offensive line coach. I know zero about this dude. Zero. And Shane Taub, offensive quality control. Usually the quality control guys are a favor. I'm not being facetious. It's usually a favor of someone or someone's family member or someone who's up and coming. So if anyone knows about Darnell Stapleton and Shane Taub, put it in the chat.
Right. So Darnell Stapleton is a young guy. He's 38 years old. It's young for a coach.
Yeah.
He is a former offensive lineman in the NFL. Played for the Steelers a couple years, and he was on the Patriots practice squad. As a coach, he was let's go to where it matters. College. He was a graduate assistant at Rutgers. He was offensive line coach at Bucknell, offensive line coach at Sam Houston State. He was at Louisiana as an assistant offensive line coach. He was offensive line coach for Florida, University of Florida, for the past 2 years. And then we signed him as an assistant offensive line coach.
Balls. Shit. Sorry, Phil. I'm off my game today. So he has a very good coaching resume. It sounds like he's just a solid coach who's coming up through the ranks. 38 years old, like you said. So
38. He's 38. He does have a Super Bowl ring to his credit.
Yeah.
So as it was a reserve lineman, but he actually, and he does. I mean, he was a starter in 2008, so he did actually do something in the league for a little while. But
Oh, okay. Deluxe says Tubb was a holdover from the staff too. Oh, so why didn't they keep Vincent Rivera? He was a quality control coach too. I'm just joking. You know, Vincent Rivera, Ron Rivera's son, was a quality control coach.
Wasn't Jack Del Rio's son also a quality control coach?
Luke Del Rio?
Yeah.
Tia says Bobby Ingram went to Canton High here in South Carolina, which is my high school rival, Lugoff England. I remember him playing. He was a monster in high school. Okay.
He was a monster at Penn State too.
Yep. Jay Martell, what's up, Jay? Thanks for joining us. This Commanders coaching staff would have never been this legit with Ben or Mike McDonald. Yeah. And Marcus says McDonald hasn't even filled out his staff yet. You know why? Because the Commanders are swooping in and
we took all the first picks.
They're going to get whooped.
Whoop that trick. That's right. Ryan says, love that we have some Skins history of the Ryan Kerrigan staying here. Yeah. So Joe Witt Jr., we talked about. We know Joe Witt followed Dan Quinn, had a great press conference today. Fantastic press conference. If you haven't listened to it, go back and do it. It's about 24 minutes. Dude's full of energy. It was so refreshing to hear a coach talk X's and O's on the screen and not just some bullshit about, this player, that player, we're going to do this and we're going to look at the film. The dude said exactly how he's going to do it. He's going to be, his team's going to be violent. They're not going to want to, people are not going to want to see that team. They're doing roster evaluations now, but he loves, it starts all starts up front. He talked about,
I loved the use of the word violent.
Yes, we're going to be violent.
We're going to blitz this game.
Yeah.
Anytime a coach, especially on defense, preaches violence,
it's always good.
Your boy gets a little fired up from the heart to the loins.
Yeah.
Really quick.
There we go.
That's on defense. It should be your mentality.
Yes. And we seem to be, we just been missing that, we had a little bit of it in
I would rather, if we give up 400 passing yards a game, I'd rather we do it flying around all over the place because you're going to force 6 turnovers in the process.
Yeah. Todd says, seems like everyone is getting on a draft a quarterback bandwagon. Hey, if that's what the new staff wants to do, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I like Marvin Harrison Jr.
But like I said, you don't get the number 2 pick often. So if you feel, don't overdraft the guy.
They're not on the draft Jaden Daniels bandwagon necessarily, though, Todd. That's your problem.
You see,
it might be on a take.
Todd also
Baker Mayfield free agency.
But this tells you how Todd is so afraid of Sam Howell because it was first. Oh, he's an elite backup. Now he's a third stringer.
The dude scored one less touchdown than Patrick Mahomes. He ain't that bad. He's not as bad as you make him out to be.
Todd is
he ain't great.
We draft Jaden Daniels and Sam Howell beats him for the starting job. That he wants to create this whole fan swell that can't be ignored by trying to stir up this whole pot.
Yeah.
Nah, dude.
Yeah. Chris Reed,
you bring hard back. You're going to create your own backlash, bro.
Yeah. It's coming. Whoosh, whoosh. Chris asked, do you bring back Young? I think his market value when he left us was over 20. Now I think it's down to about 12, 13. So I don't know. Oh, here you go. You're feeding into it. Patrick Queen is an LSU guy. So yeah, you're just feeding into Damn it. I wish I didn't.
How many national championships did LSU win in the past couple of years?
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen the ones that draft their entire roster.
Yeah.
They won 1 or 2, haven't they?
They won none since Burrow left.
It was only about 4 or 5 years ago.
Deluxe says Queen's play was inconsistent, like Jamin with Roquan was heavily criticized. I mean, that's why he's probably gone. Marcus says, I can see Jamin Davis, Forbes, and Quan Martin excelling, and Joe Witt Jr. Defense. Davis showed me he got some blitzing skills. So Joe Witt says he was excited about Forbes. He thinks Forbes can be a great ball player.
So
I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy to see that. DT, what's up, DT? Ins and outs with the D. What's up? Thank you for joining us. Please go check them out. They're on the Red Zone in the Lab YouTube channel. I think they just got out of their Owning the Huddle podcast. So thank you for joining. Nat River, Saquon Barkley would be a good addition with B-Rob.
This is an expensive addition.
Yeah, it would be kind of expensive. I'm not sure.
Saquon wants the bag.
Yeah. So Ryan and Ben they like Eckler, but can he be Could he be a McCaffrey post injury? I don't know. We got another
Hard
Facebook
to say.
user. We got another Facebook
That
user.
is Thomas Millen.
Thomas Millen, you're a veteran here. Go click that link at the top of the stream and say, unless we can see your name. Witt said he will use their talents if the players are not good. He owned that they are not training, teaching them the right way. That's right. He said that's on us as coaches. If these players aren't learning, that's on us. If we can't put it in a way till they can absorb it and learn, that's refreshing too, because how many times did we hear, oh yeah, he's just not getting it, we're going to bench him. You know what I mean? Like as a coach, that's your job. So it was refreshing for him to hear that. Oh, and now Todd's going back, or excuse me, Ben's going on the other end. Hal's a starter. Sam Howell could start on the high school team. So there's always that.
God, Samuel, have you ever played high school? Did you even play high school football?
Listen, Todd is going to join us live on the draft night. So, ladies and gentlemen, look forward to it.
Here's the thing. All right. I haven't even decided. I have to. Here's the thing. Whenever I watch Jaden Daniels film, I have to forget that I even know who Todd is. Because Todd's constant screaming of this dude's name makes me not want him out of just spite.
I'm more scared that, he don't really follow his feet when he throws, man. He's one of those guys also. But he still seems to get it there. His arm strength is good enough. It's just Daniels is an enigma, man. He's one of those guys he's going to be really good or terrible.
Yeah, he's got a high ceiling.
Yeah.
Chris said, last thing you can think Quinn can talk Parsons out of Dallas. I mean, he's going to be up
3
for
years. They're going to tag the fuck out of that dude, bro.
Oh, yeah. Todd played high school ball. There you go.
He ain't going nowhere. He got out of y'all's minds.
A couple other coaches here. George Banco, defensive quality control. Tommy Donatel, our defensive backs coach. Sharif Floyd, assistant defensive line. William Gay, assistant defensive backs. Ryan Kerrigan, assistant linebackers and pass rush specialist. So Ryan is a holdover. He made it. Ken Norton Jr., great pull, linebackers coach. John Pagano, brother of Chuck Pagano, former Colts coach. Senior defensive assistant, defensive pass game coordinator, Jason Simmons, Daryl Tapp, who played for Washington here, defensive line coach, and finally, Larry Izzo, the former Seattle Seahawks special team coach. That unit's been top 10, top 5 in special teams for years. So
you still got that link?
Which one?
Oh, let me see if I got it.
Which link?
I wanted to find that link of Jaden Daniels taking all these dumb.
Oh yeah. I still got that one. That one is still available if you would like me to pull that.
It just makes me laugh because it does give me pause. Like I'm like,
All right, I will. This is just for Phil. We will share this just for Phil. Just
a reminder that he ain't God.
He ain't got, because you know what, you can pull lowlights from any player's film, right?
Yo, boof it up. It's big on that 12
You're gonna show him get jacked up.
Jacked up a lot though.
Play with it.
He got 3 years. 1 year.
This is all LSU.
Hit him up if your team locking.
We know he's tough.
He is
up.
But listen,
here's the thing. A, that's college. All right. You take those hits in the pros, you're getting hurt.
Yeah, plus one thing about him is you think watching him, he's fast. He's not 4'3" or 4'4" guy like Fields. He's 4'5", 4'6" guy like me.
Give props to whoever did that video because it's perfect.
So, okay, let me ask you this, guys, and in the chat. Hey, chat, listen up. Yeah, there is plenty of Drake May lowlights out there, Todd. That's what I'm saying. You could do this for every quarterback. If you had a choice, okay, between whoever you want to pick at 2, and we're just going to say Caleb's gone, all right? So you got May and Daniels at 2. Or if you could get Justin Fields for a 3rd, what do you do? Would you rather have drafted your guy at 2 or trade for Justin Fields for a 3rd, and then you can do whatever you want.
I got questions.
Yeah, Justin Fields is going for it. He's going for higher than a 3rd, big dog.
Okay, a 2nd, but
he might go for both them 2s. They might want both them 2s. Keep it real, because somebody's going to offer him a 2.
They're going to ask for it. Then you just got to say no. But
they might go to Baker Mayfield. He's still young.
They're probably looking at all of these. Our quarterback could be someone we're not even thinking about right now. Kirk Cousins. Like we don't know. Like
that's it. They gotta get that. He's lead the Vegas odds to come here to Washington.
I saw that. That's crazy.
Vegas always gets it right too.
Hold on. But the same guy who put up those supposed Vegas odds also had the Vegas odds didn't even have Dan Quinn on the list.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
It was like a lock. It was going to be Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
So
if Baker Mayfield plays like he did last year, he could be pretty good. Baker Mayfield, I'm kind of open to the Baker Mayfield.
If you get Baker Mayfield, just stick with Sam.
Yeah, that's right. That's his comp, right?
That's what I feel. That's how I feel about it.
For nothing, for peanuts.
Yeah, like that motherfucker couldn't get up.
But given what we just talked about, we've seen the coaching staff. We've seen Cliff Kingsbury come out and say, if you watch the press conference, they asked him about, you're going to run an air raid offense, right? Pass. He's like, listen, I was under Mike Leach. He ran an air raid offense. Props to him. That's not what we're about. We're about balance. So those are his words. We're about balance. So he's not going to run an air raid offense.
He said
so
that. I felt some movement in my loins too.
Don't say a quarterback is a good fit for this air raid offense, because Cliff Kingsbury said today it's not an air raid offense. It's a balanced offense. So I think that changed the calculus a little bit. You don't need a gunslinger. That's just how I took it. So with that being said, and those in the chat, you've seen the coaches, you've seen the two press conferences today. Who you drafting at two? Dev, what would you do? GM Dev.
I'd take the best player available at two. Every time, man. Every time. Like I'm going Marvin Harrison every time, bro. And I'm saying this because I want one of y'all, some of y'all name the quarterbacks in the NFL that were the number one pick in the draft.
And
that
successfully
won a Super Bowl.
I don't think it exists.
No, Stafford. That's it, bro. No one else.
Oh.
No one else. Yeah. Stafford's it. And he had to join the Super Friends. He had to basically join the motherfucking Avengers.
He did.
To win one. He was 0-12 in the play, or 0-7 in the playoffs, 0-12 with the Lions, even having a chance of doing anything when he was there or going to the playoffs. He hadn't even sniffed the playoffs or after the first round with the Lions. He joined the Super Friends, and when he joined the Super Friends, he has an NFL record for turnovers in the playoffs, and they won a Super Bowl. That's how good that team was. That they withstood a nigga to having the most interceptions in playoff history.
Yep.
And won a Super Bowl still. We have one turnover, and we're probably going to lose a game in Washington.
Yeah.
Think about that. So, like I'm saying, like everybody keeps saying we need to get a quarterback two. Most of the good quarterbacks got traded back in for. They traded up to get Mahomes. They traded in to get Jackson. You know what I'm saying? All these guys, people traded to get, man. Into higher up in the draft. Like I wouldn't pick. Like I understand if you have to give up these two to get Caleb, and you think it's the best player in the draft, pick him. If Caleb is the best player in the draft, and you think so, go get him. If Marvin Harrison is better than Daniels or May, pick Marvin Harrison, bro.
Yeah.
There's still Penix. There's still Baker Mayfield. There's still Kirk Cousins. There's still Wilson. There's like 100 options. You're not going to win anyways. By all measurables, Washington is going to suck next year, bro.
It's going to get worse before it gets better. I agree with you, Dev.
We'll be picking number 2 next year, bro. Pick the best player available. We ain't had the best player in a game. Think of the Giants. We're better than the Giants most years, man. But they always beat us. Why? Because they have the best player. Every time we play them, they have the best player.
Yep, that's right.
Every time. Even when we got a better team.
Deluxe Kerrigan did switch from D-line to the LB coach. Remember, he was an assistant to Jeff Zagani. And I guess they're tapping into his experience when he was in the 3-4. Remember when he came out of Purdue, he was a hand in the dirt sort of guy. And then when he went into 3-4, he was a stand-up guy, and maybe they're just tapping into that. Todd saying, should we trade for Hassan Reddick? I like Hassan Reddick. I wouldn't mind having Hassan Reddick, because you got to think about it. You want to plug some vets in, but when I put this on Twitter, man, I got roasted for this. People
We've been very undersized.
But he's fast.
I got a fast guy, though. So
people are like, he's too expensive. He needs that. He's 30, 31. He needs to go somewhere. They're going to win. We're not a piece away. So people.
Him and Jamin, you'd have two edge rushers / defensive ends, whatever you want to call them. Jamin Davis
Jamin Davis is a linebacker, dude.
Yeah, but they both. Hassan Reddick will be a linebacker in 4-down systems most of the time.
I know, but he's a pass rusher. He rushes the passer. Jamin Davis, I don't know what Jamin Davis does, to be honest with you. I don't know what he does.
I think he's going to be but he still hasn't set the edge. If he plays outside linebacker or defensive end this year, I don't know whether they're going to play him either. Yeah. But he's kind of like a Hassan Reddick guy.
Yeah.
And both, Hassan Reddick plays defensive end, but he's really a linebacker, man.
And Todd said, let's see these Drake May low lights. We'll do that, man. We will do that. Ben says, Tressway will retire, and Izzo's the special teams head coach. Look at this. Way.
I got Sean Taylor.
That's right. I will be really sad, though, because I did buy a Sam Howell jersey. I believe, man. I bought a Sam Howell. It was on sale. It was on sale. It was like $35.
Every time he buys a jersey. Every time Steve buys a jersey, the player gets traded, man. I want y'all to know this.
Yes, I got Geis. Yeah. I got Norman. I'm not doing it anymore.
The Black Widow over here, Steve.
Yes.
You got Voodoo Doll over there, man, with Hal's Voodoo Doll is poking it in the balls.
Tia says,
balls. By the way, do you see we have a new coordinator of head coach operations?
Sarah.
Or something like that.
Director of coaching operations.
The White Shroot.
No. I'm sorry. That's what her position was with the Falcons. I believe she's new.
Coaching chief of staff. You are right, Phil.
Yes.
She is the coaching chief of staff.
Sarah Hogan of James Madison University.
Woo, VA represent. And
if she was there at the class of 04, I probably partied with her.
Yeah.
Probably looks like a linebacker.
Ben says he looks down at his small ass knees when he runs. Todd says Jaden Daniels is better than Justin Fields. He's a better passer. He probably is a better natural passer. I'll give Todd that. But that's what Justin Fields is.
I think he is a better natural passer than Justin Fields.
Yeah, I agree. Justin Fields is not going to give you. He'll give you $3K and he'll give you $900.
It's hard to say that. It's hard to say he's better than Justin Fields when Justin Fields was in college. It's hard, man.
I didn't think Justin Fields is a great passer in college. So coming out of college,
yeah. You'll be lucky if Justin Fields give you 3,000 yards in the NFL, but he'll give you, anywhere from 6 to 8 on the ground. But that's what he does. If you can design an offense around that, great. You're not going to get the traditional passer that we all expect to see. That's not his game.
Yeah, that guy's dead though. No one has that wins.
Yeah, everyone's very mobile. Yeah, these days.
Man, there's only 5 quarterbacks. I don't even think there's 5 quarterbacks in the NFL that have Super Bowl rings, bro.
Moving on. Caleb or MHJ. That'll be who I'll be looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, Caleb and MHJ is who I'll be looking at.
Hayden is a smaller version of Randall Cunningham.
No, Randall.
I'll get Dev excited. And Justin Fields for a second-round trade back and fill out our roster.
Randall, light your ass up, man.
Thomas Millen says he hasn't been around a while. He needs the link. Link is at the top in the description.
Top of the Facebook page.
Run and gun, baby, Madden. Ryan Elias wants us to throw the ball around. Tia wants Marvin Harrison Jr.
I do too.
Todd Samuel wants Jaden Daniels. Shock. It's a deep wide receiver draft. Yeah. Best player will be Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, why not take the best player in the draft, man? That's the only person you can convince me to draft that's not quarterback. Anybody else, I would be mad. If I picked the lineman at number 2, man, I would fucking be pissed off. Oh my God.
What Marcus Edlin loves about Cliff Kingsbury is that he will incorporate different types of offense. That's why you see the diversity of his assistant coaches. Absolutely.
I'll tell you what I don't like about Cliff Kingsbury, though. Number one, he's got almost one too many K's in his name. But number 2,
Cliff
Kingsbury, I wouldn't call him that. But number 2, what he seems to do with his offense, if you watch him play, is that he usually just overpowers you with the best player. Like, if he has the best player on the field, he'll just abuse the same play. Like, if he's doing a stretch, he's doing a stretch. Just no out of that. Like, he's not a very adaptable offense. What it is he's going to run the play that he calls every time. He's not audible out shit. He's not going to stop passing if we stop the pass. He's not going to stop running if we stop the run. If he call run, you're going to run, dog.
All right. So can we play some breaking news music?
We sure can.
Richard Dozell's play.
After some research and review, Cliff Kingsbury's middle name does not begin with a K, so we can all breathe
there
a
we
little
go.
bit easier.
Thank you. Rivers Reese from YouTube. Thank you for popping in, bro. We appreciate you. Said I like to do DC. He's gonna have our the top 5 no time. Now we got to be careful, guys. We don't want to set ourselves up for heartbreak, but I think we're all.
I don't know about no time unless you're saying like next 2-3 years.
Yes.
Yeah, they're gonna win 3-5 games next year. They're gonna be booty.
Hey, Tia says a real coach can develop Sam Howell, but I digress. Tia, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. We're not going to hit every single one.
You know, new coaches like to have their own. You know, they can pull their own car in the driveway.
Now, this is this stupid fighter math logic that doesn't apply. The only quarterback I'll take outside Jaden Daniels is if we trade back is Michael Pratt, in the 3rd or 4th round. He beat Caleb last year. That's why.
He's a dude just coming off the Michael Pratt. Where did he go to school at?
No, I want the Florida State nigga. We got
Scott
one
or Travis. Travis Scott.
Jordan Travis.
Sorry, I was listening to
Florida State.
earlier.
Yeah,
Travis
If we go get a quarterback in the 3rd round or something, I would definitely take Jordan Travis. I think he might be
Michael Pratt from Tulane.
Yeah, Michael Pratt from Tulane. We talking about Jordan Travis from Florida State. Steve was talking about.
I know, but I'm talking about that.
Spencer Rattler's going to move up, man. I think he
will.
I seen that.
He could be a good second-day pick for someone.
A little documentary on him. I ain't never like that dude.
Elite 11. He's been a dickhead, man. He was an asshole on that.
I'm not watching.
His teammates did not like him.
No one likes him.
I get Josh Rosen vibes, and I liked Josh Rosen, and I learned not to ever make that mistake again.
Yeah, I'll take Michael Penix if he slides, though.
Nat Rivers says Fields would be probably the most balanced quarterback for Kings Cliffs.
We don't even know what his offense is.
KTK.
Should Washington resign Curl?
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't give him 15 minutes.
Yeah.
He wanted 12. I wouldn't give him that.
All right. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, can I get a drum roll, please? Todd Samuel says, if Sam Howell starts week 1, I will buy a Sam Howell jersey. Okay. You heard it here first.
I hope you hold your bets better than Marcus Davis does. He doesn't even show up for the podcast anymore because he still owes me a Commanders jersey.
I also said if we draft Jaden Daniels at 2, then we will buy someone and we'll raffle off a Jaden Daniels jersey once they come out. So
I want Marvin Harrison Jr. I ain't buying.
He matched with me. He got a Sam Howell jersey. He also has a Rod Gardner jersey. Oh my god!
Hey, Rod Gardner is the man on Instagram right now.
I had a Tony Banks jersey. I remember that motherfucker.
Jacked up beast. Oh, Sarah Hogan went to UMD. Okay. Phil, we have a Facebook. We have a Facebook user, Phil.
That is going to be not in ours.
Oh, this must be from the page.
Nope, sure. No, I'm sorry. It's Thomas Millen again.
Thomas Millen. Just hit the streamer link at the top, bro, or jump over to YouTube. Says I'm drafting Jams with the 2nd pick, Jaden Daniels. As many people we have coaching this team up. Now let them build as they see fit. I love how. I just don't see the new regime sticking with him or building our own product there. Or you could.
That's actually, I will say, that's the reason why I'm looking at quarterbacks in this draft.
Yeah,
and I'm not against the idea. Is because it is a brand new regime. They want to do their thing. If they keep Hal, great. If they don't. That's what I'm saying.
Your guy. And if you draft Jaden and he's not ready, fucking throw Hal out there. Okay, just throw him out there. You know what I mean? You could do that too. That's also an option no one's talking about. Yeah, thank you much, man. Thank you for watching. We always love you. And I'll always remind you, hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube. Jay Martell, Jaden Daniels, all love. No, Ben, we're not trading for Dak. Stop. I love Dak. We ain't trading for him.
I mean, Kirk's gonna be a free agent. You might as well go get him.
Yeah. Yam says Jaden Daniels all day to another team outside the top 10. And Todd says no one's begging for us to draft Alt or for Shamu anymore. Ben Harlow, I stand corrected. He is a big Alt guy from Notre Dame. He wants him.
I like Olu a little better than Alt. I think he's better. Could be wrong.
Todd says, where's the build around Sam people at? Ben Harlow's one of those guys, so y'all can duke it out in the chat if you like. You guys can, square up.
I have no problem with that.
Ding, ding, ding. Go for it.
I know, Todd, you better be on this motherfucker on draft night.
Michael Pratt is better than Sam Howell. How do you say that about someone who's never played it down in the NFL, man? The NFL is different beast. It's a different beast. Sam was a top 5 quarterback until halfway through the season, and he just flopped. But
Sam Howell's better than Todd Samuel.
Yeah,
See, I can just say shit. You
I know. So Thomas
Oh,
flipped
that
over
one I
to
guarantee is true.
Facebook.
You
So
can't
whatever your
trust anything
crazy
Phil
draft.
says. He hates Paul Rudd.
Yeah,
I think that means you can. Hey, look, they denied
Phil,
you.
Phil, do you hate puppies too? You hate puppies, Phil?
Right.
I love puppies.
Yam says my issue with Penix is he just doesn't move. He's worth a flyer pick in the 4th or 5th if he slides. I like Penix a lot. But he just has too much against
That
him.
motherfucker's not
He
going to be in
does
that
move,
fourth.
though. He
He's
doesn't
going to be gone in
run,
the
but
first.
he moves in the pocket very well.
Yeah. Deluxe says he has a Jeremiah Trotter jersey. The chance it could be valid again. If we get Junior, I think you got him on one of your mocks, Phil. I picked him up on one of my. For some reason, he just keeps sliding to me in a mock draft. I don't know why.
Second round.
He
I
Clemson
think,
guy.
I think he could be there
right?
with them early twos. I think he could be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good pickup. I would
Um,
love to have that guy.
Yam says PFN and other boards don't even have Daniels in the top 5. He's not. He's on some boards. He's down in the top 10, 11.
Some
12.
boards he's number 2.
Yeah. Brandon Cole says Dak over Daniels. Stop it. All right, guys. Another question I want to pose to you guys. We talked about Super Bowl. We had the halftime show. We saw Usher. Some people liked him, some people didn't. But what is your guys in the chat? What are your top Super Bowl halftime shows of all time? And I was telling Phil a little bit, I am a little bit ignorant when it comes to this. When they used to come on, I used to just not watch them. So I am not as schooled in the way of halftime shows as my colleagues over here are, these musical connoisseurs, as I would like to say. So with that being said, in the chat here, just give us real quick, what are your favorite Super Bowl halftime shows? You got the great ones.
You don't
Prince,
think Michael Jackson, you're wrong.
The Michael Jackson in 93.
Prince was dope.
Madonna in 12. Bruce Springsteen.
I can give you my top 5.
Okay, Phil, let's hear your top 5 Super Bowl halftime shows.
All right, so
According to Phil,
number 5 is Tittygate, which is Janet
Jackson. Okay.
Justin Timberlake, Jessica Simpson, Kid Rock, Nelly, and Diddy.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot Nelly and Diddy were on that one.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good one. I didn't think of that one either.
Tittygate.
I don't really have a list.
That's all right. Go ahead, Phil. Keep going.
Number 4, Usher this year.
Usher. Oh, he cracked your top 5. I really
I
like
think cracks my top 5 too.
Smooth. The way he did it from one to the next to the next to the next.
Yeah.
Smooth.
And people were mocking the roller skates. That's he's from.
That's amazing.
He does
where he's from, right?
Atlanta.
She was singing, dancing.
Exactly.
Man, they shot a nigga out of a cannon, bro. And that nigga was roller skating on his head. You see how she has all of them blades on his head at the same time, bro? That shit was crazy. It's in my top 5. I ain't gonna lie.
To dance and sing live is so difficult, and he pulled it off.
Madonna's was dope too, bro.
Number 3 is almost a repeat of number 5.
Yeah.
2001, Aerosmith, NSYNC, Britney Spears, Mary J. Blige, Nelly. Because Nelly closed out the set and saved it. It was actually pretty good.
What year was that?
That was 01.
01. Okay.
That's when Mary was at a peak at that moment, because Family Affair was out and all that. And Nelly closed it out by doing he did the first verse of EI over Walk This Way by Aerosmith. And to me, that will always be like a highlight moment of Super Bowl performances, because I was like, that's so
that's like a double remix. They'd have brought out Run DMC, man. That could have been a triple remix on that song.
Number
2.
Dre, Snoop Dogg,
West
50,
Coast Friends.
Mary J. Blige. It's funny, I'm not even a huge Mary J. Blige fan, but she always manages to pop up in these because she works with all these great artists.
Yeah.
Kendrick, Eminem. Yeah, last year, their 2022 Super Bowl. Number 1,
Prince.
You and Yam, same thing. Prince.
I think I got Mike as 1, Prince probably 2. Man,
Mike doesn't make my top 5.
You two might be my 3rd, man. I might say U2 might be my 3rd, bro.
Yeah.
I like Dre. It's tough, man. I didn't think of the Michael Jackson. I didn't think of the Janet Jackson one and Timberlake one. I'm gonna go with the Usher as 5, man.
Okay. Mine are in no particular order as well. Of course. Yeah. Dr. Dre and the West Coast and all the rappers like that. That's the one that sticks out in my mind the most because it just took me back. So these are no particular order. Titty Gate, just like you said earlier. I didn't really Michael Jackson, of course. I didn't mind the Lady Gaga one.
Yeah, Lady Gaga sounded it. She's one of my top 2 or 3 national anthem ones for sure.
Yeah. Yes,
it was a good one. And then you said it earlier, Dev. I think it was the Coldplay one.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, and I really like the Rihanna one last year, man. I like that one. That one, yeah, but the Coldplay, Beyonce, and Bruno. But the Rihanna one last year was pretty good, man. Usher probably would be right up there too. But I can't go back to like any further than that because
I think Usher's show might be really great, but I don't know if I enjoy the music part of it as much as the show. The spectacle of Usher was great, though.
Everyone loves the boob, man.
Michael Jackson was unbelievable.
You gotta understand, Janet Jackson was one of my first crushes of all time.
Loves. She was a love.
I always felt like her pH balance was
JJ.
But it's funny because she got the thing ripped off, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, her boob!" And I was like, "Nah, she got the piercing covering the nipple. It's good."
Usher killed
and nobody knew she had pierced nipples, but I'm like, I knew this. How did I only know this? And I've never seen it.
I didn't like I said. She made Tupac get a STD test for the sex thing. They didn't really have a sex, bro.
Do you think that was set up though? Do you think the Titty Gate was deliberate?
I
think it was deliberate. It looked too obvious.
I think that he intended to rip one layer off. And
I'm surprised Steve didn't pick the Justin Timberlake one when he brought them all back on stage. The group back together again since he was like the Christmas album, you know what I'm saying?
The NSYNC. Oh, come on. Just okay. Yeah, for the record in the chat,
remember
we talking about you know what? I don't hide from my shit. All right. I own my shit. I said
you know how I knew you were gay, Steve? You like the Backstreet Boys Christmas album. That's how I knew.
You like Coldplay. Well, didn't Paul Rudd say that?
Coldplay,
you like Coldplay?
Yeah. You like
when we did our barbershop. We did a barbershop Christmas edition. We were talking about famous Christmas songs.
You said you like the NSYNC Christmas song.
I said I like the NSYNC Christmas song because it's a song that's kind of special.
No, you didn't just say you liked it. It was your number one song.
Yes, because it was special to my wife. My wife and I, we love that song. You can call it whatever you want. I own it.
Wife.
That's a great song. That is a great song. Yeah. I will own it. I will do whatever you want.
Steve's wife is named Bert, by the way. That's his... He is married to Bert Lim. That's
Yib says no one will ever top Prince's APIAC. He was like
getting married to a wife named Bert is crazy.
Bert Wonderstone. We have another user, the Boob Bowl. I'm not sure. Joe Harris. Joe Harris. Please click that stream link at the top so we can see your name.
Yoshi Harris.
Tia says Snoop, MJ, Mary, Prince, MJ, Usher, Janet Jackson.
You know what pissed me about Usher? He didn't play Lovers and Friends, man. He had Luda up there, dog.
Yeah.
Can I take it's weird because he did have Little John there. But here's the thing with Usher.
Lovers and Friends.
Usher had to play two of his biggest hits, and it's two songs of his that I absolutely can't stand.
What?
I cannot stand OMG.
What?
And
you're like, oh my God, that's a good song.
No, that was during that era which will.i.am was just jerking off over keyboards.
will.i.am's very underrated though.
The other one is Love in This Club.
That's it, Todd.
I love that song.
I don't.
You don't?
Yeah. Tonight. I mean, they even play Homies and Friends or whatever the song name is. They ain't play Lovers and Friends. It kind of hurt though, man. I want to hear that.
When Alicia Keys came out, oh man, she looked beautiful.
No makeup, no lipstick, no eyeshadow, no fake lashes.
Wow,
all natural, bad, man. Yeah. Bad. She looked thick in
always the that one person. Yes, we're gonna sing for you.
He can't say Confessions, man. He got like cases in I think allegedly.
No, Confessions is I will.
Y'all wouldn't forget all about that.
Make this whole halftime show Confessions, and then just smash that mirror at the end like you did.
Natalia, you forgot about old Usher getting those herpes charges.
He just
Yeah.
had a little too much love.
He proposed to his girlfriend right
He
after
did.
the show.
He got married that day.
Yeah.
He got married. He didn't propose. He got married.
Yeah. Thomas
Yeah,
said Janet and Timberland, Janet, Dre, Snoop, and Prince and Rihanna.
Put Prince fourth.
I don't know. Ben Harlow says Michael Jackson from Louisiana. That's a Todd
Nah, he's
Samuel
from Gary,
question.
Indiana, bro. Stop.
Gary, Indiana?
Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, Gary, Indiana.
Todd said next year in New Orleans, we need Lil Wayne,
Man,
Drake,
yes.
Nicki Minaj,
Man,
and
we
the
need.
Hot Boys.
No, we don't need Nicki. Nicki's from New York. We definitely need No Limit and Cash Money matchup, bro. They need No Limit and Cash Money.
If you're doing New Orleans, you ain't doing
Give me some Birdman.
You're getting
Man,
like
you need
Mia
Wayne,
X.
Master P, Baby.
Who?
You need all them, dog.
You
You
get
need-
like
you
Mia
definitely-
X. She was.
might
She
even
was,
need
remember,
some-
she was,
you might
she
need
was
some-
No Limit first lady.
Oh,
You might need
yeah.
some Michael Bublé out there also. He's from Louisiana. Throw him out there too. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Hey, all of New Orleans, Narlands. Need to have the Duck Dynasty running out
Lil
there.
Wayne.
and shit.
Hold on, you can't
Uncle
do Drake.
Sam.
Drake's Canadian. He can't do any halftime show, right?
Hey.
Maybe the NBA All-Star game or the NHL All-Star game.
Which is this weekend. Can't wait.
He can perform at intermission at one of the Stanley Cup games, right? Because Drake's Canadian. So you got Lil Wayne, Birdman. You got what you should do. You get like a No Limit and Cash Money.
Yeah.
Unified. Because remember those two went at each other for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get like Juvenile, you get Master P, you get
Man.
Silk the Shocker in there.
Hey, make him say part 2 was better than the first one. I stand
No
by
way.
that. Dude, yes, it was, man. Yes, it was. Yes,
Man,
it
I'm the
was.
colonel with his motherfucking tank. Hey, y'all
Yes,
tripping, dog.
it was.
What was that was your favorite No Limit song? Mine was Break 'em Out something.
No, that wasn't
We
my
used to fight time about it though. We used to, every time I'm about to come on.
Mine was It Ain't My Fault Part 2.
Yeah, that was Silk.
It ain't,
And,
Silk the
that's
Shocker
right, I'm
is the
eating
worst
potatoes
rapper
because
ever
I'm on
lived.
Libra. Yes, that was the best
Silk the
one.
Shocker might be the worst rapper ever lived, bro. What
Hey.
when we have worst rapper list? Wasn't he on it?
So you know why Silk the Shocker was bad is because when they did his double rhyme syncs, it was always off by like a millisecond. You know when
Man,
you rhyme.
what they do
So
now.
now
Now
his
they rap like that.
volume would be off. Like,
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
they
yeah.
rap like that.
he would be like,
He was spitting
the mic, and then
I'll be what that and nah. Let's split. What a bunch of shit. And then we can say nah.
Yeah.
I do my thing with niggas. And niggas think I gang because he got a whole game
yeah,
with
he's
niggas.
nailing it.
Yeah. And then you had
One, two, three,
then you had
still
Mystical in the background on the
I know
chorus.
no game like I know the ABCs.
Like
Bitch,
hey,
I'm
my
a killer
fault.
for real. That's no joke.
Dude, that's like was it 2000?
It was hard though. He was
99, baby.
Yeah, 99, 2000, man. Good times. Good times. Yam says, honestly, I can't remember if your halftime show, then it can't be that good. So for me, it's Prince, Michael, Diana Ross. Ooh, no one said Diana Ross.
96, I believe.
Katy Perry, then Madonna. Oh,
What's she saying? I'm every woman or some shit. Don't worry.
Diana. Well, she was in the Supremes, man. They had some hits back in the day. Phil loving this club though. Todd said I was mad Rihanna was pregnant during the Super Bowl performance. I called it.
Why were you
People
mad?
didn't
You
believe
ain't
me to
get a
my
pregnant.
friends. Yeah,
Travis Scott's baby.
I mean, she just didn't move as much, but yeah, people didn't move. Beyonce.
I think
mom was
pregnant
from
women are hot. You tripping?
I did like. I do hope that once time goes on, we get back to getting more thick Rihanna.
Yeah.
All I'm saying.
Hey, what did he say to Paul Rudd, Steve? Ain't no wrong print. Everybody know when the baby start growing, the booty starts showing. Man, you don't like Wanderlust, man. Hey, by the way, Phil hates kids and Christmas
and puppies. Ryan said wifey was excited for Usher.
That's why I hate Paul.
Wifey was excited for Usher. Let's just say we had a good night afterwards. There you go.
Oh, man,
She's a Cowboys fan, though. Ryan's wife's a Cowboys fan.
When your wife has to look at a black dude on video to get hot, there might be some trouble. Nah.
You had to role play as Usher.
All right, man. Oh, like on Boondocks.
Yeah. Nat said Mia X and Juvenile. Ben said Mr. Hal.
Did you come in the room singing?
What's up, Goody? Goody says Sam Howell is
Usher
so bad in Madden, he makes me not want to play anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I struggle with Sam Howell in Madden too, but I'm just not a good Madden player. Damn,
Man,
whoops my
I'll
ass
kick
with
your
Sam
ass
Howell.
with Sam Madden. You tripping, dog. I'll put up 60 with Samuel.
Yeah.
With Samuel Devontae
Howell.
Howell, yeah.
Samuel Devontae Howell. Thomas said, I'm only 33, lucky Prince even made it.
You silly, man. You silly, bro.
Marcus said, have us do a halftime show. I would have strippers on stage. Marcus, man, look at you.
Hey,
Aaron wants an all-star country concert.
They had poles in this one. They had strippers
They did
pole
have some
dancing in the thing. Yeah,
They did.
You know why they haven't done one is because the one that they did the year after Michael, like, is looked upon so poorly.
Who was it?
Like country or something. Here's the country music.
Oh yeah, they can never do that no more.
Country music is huge. It always
going to be black people from now on at halftime.
Because even with some crossover, even with
some Dale out there, some shit.
Even with some crossover, country music is still like its own industry. Like you have music industry and you have country, right? But that also means that like half the country doesn't know any of the songs.
I know now. Halftime's gonna be niggas from now on, bro.
Hey, Dev, remember in the This Is 40, he's playing music like this is real music. You can dance to this, and he plays Alice in Chains, and he's just Paul Rudd is just like,
oh yeah, in the car. It's funny. Man, Paul Rudd's funny, man.
It's like the Dave Chappelle skit with
Bill, what's the name, Mayer in it? John Mayer.
John Mayer. Yeah, play a guitar riff, hurry! And they just start smashing shit. Yeah.
Todd Samuel says country music is best when you got dumped or depressed.
Man, if you had a country when you Dolly can probably pull it off.
Get ready. Dolly, Beyonce's about to drop a country album.
I listened to 2 songs.
Is she really?
They got 2 songs of it on title right now. They are garbage.
Super Bowl night.
That's reverse Taylor Swift.
Beyonce is the best female entertainer of all my entire lifetime, dog. I love Beyonce. She's great. That country's 2 songs on title are trash. And she sounds great on them, but the songs are trash.
Ben Harlow says Outkast all ATL part. Now that would be sick.
Oh man.
All ATL.
Hey, I like to see Dolly. Hey, Dolly Parton I would listen to Dolly Parton halftime show. She throws down. You tripping.
Did you see freaking
when she did the Cowboy Monday night.
Yo, welcome to Atlanta with a play.
JD.
Capri. What's his name? I have a brain fart.
I said Jermaine Dupri.
Jermaine Dupri. Yes, I'm sorry. Thank you, Jermaine Dupri.
Got some Louis Vuitton socks. That's laughing at him.
He's old. He aged, man. No hair.
He's gonna be 60, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's older than Jay-Z.
Bro's going to keep the cornrows into his 60s.
Hey, I don't know. I was born at 23, so
hanging on to like Stevie Wonder, son.
He had shitty cornrows in his 30s.
Yeah. Todd says, who do you think will be on the cover of EA College Football this summer? All right. Caleb Williams?
Yeah, probably Caleb Williams.
Drake made just to piss you off.
Or will they do the Heisman Trophy winner? I don't know. That's a good one.
The Heisman Trophy.
Thomas says, has Imagine Dragons done a halftime show? They would be. They are good live. I watched a lot of their YouTube live videos. That would be a good concert.
Yeah, but not enough. I think the problem with Imagine Dragons is not enough people know their songs, bro. What do you know? I know what
are you talking about? They're in every damn commercial.
Thunder.
I only know the
good at Thunder. Believer. Yeah,
I don't know.
They have those big anthemic. I'm overcoming my crippling addiction.
Yeah, but it's like they only got 3 of those, though, bro. You got to play a whole lot of songs at halftime. You can't play 3.
Yeah, but you also bring in other people. You do a collab on stage. It doesn't have to.
I will say this. All right, I don't know if you heard this. All right, so
this country needs to be down.
Imagine Dragons has a remix of the song "Radioactive" with
I love Radioactive.
Radioactive's a good song.
But Kendrick does a verse at the end of it, and it is he goes absolutely batshit crazy on it.
Yeah,
like how Kendrick really gets like hyped.
I don't know. I feel like most people don't know. I feel like most people in America don't know Imagine Dragons enough for them to be in a halftime show, man. I think nostalgia plays a lot into who plays at halftime.
Also,
nobody wants to see. That's why Drake isn't invited, bro. Nobody most people don't know Drake songs.
You got to a little bit.
No, but I also know. I learned this though. The NFL pays for nothing. The Super Bowl is fully funded by the artist. All the pageantry,
record labels technically.
It's also usually when they're about to launch a new album or go on tour. So there's like marketing. Ben says, "Can we have Willie Nelson and Snoop, bro? That would be."
Yes.
Martha Stewart get a guest first.
Give me that one. Todd says, "Ed Sheeran never had to." Oh, Ed Sheeran, yeah, that'd be.
Yeah, I let Taylor Swift to be a good one.
He has enough collab. What about Bieber? Bieber could probably bring a whole bunch of people together.
He turned down. He was supposed to jump on there with Usher. He turned it down. Yeah. He went to it and didn't want to go on.
So Aaron Sherris said, "I thought Jermaine Dupri was CeeLo. I did too, man. at first glance, I'm like,
Yo,
but then I realized, then I realized, okay,
Fat Black Atlanta.
It's Jermaine.
You know from Atlanta, but you don't know the songs, bro.
What?
Like the songs, you knew it was Atlanta. When you heard the song, you knew the song you know.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, when you looked at him, it looked like, because he got a little weight on him now. JD
looked like Boss Baby, the Baby Boss, whatever it is, the black version.
Oh man, I'm gonna go ahead and flick on the outro music though, because
man, it would be a cool
go all night.
It would be a cool. I like to see like Guns N' Roses would be a dope one.
Yeah, if they're I think they're still.
They're not. That original lineup is long gone, dude.
Crazy, they got a whole new album out, Phil.
I know, but it's not. It's Axl Rose is the only one left.
No, they're all together. They got a new album. They're all back together. All of them.
Slash ain't working with.
No, they're all together. Slash, all of them. They're all together on a new album. I'm not lying to you. Look,
they came back and did
Chinese. They got a whole new album. No, they got a whole new album. It's like 2023, 24 area. They got a new album. They all are together again.
Axl,
they've been performing this shit.
His voice is kind of falling to the wayside.
Oh yeah, they did, but they're touring. I don't see anything.
Yeah, they're together. They're out touring, man. I think they're supposed to be in Nashville or some shit. People talking about. Yeah, for sure. No lie, I know that
they're
shit.
Touring, but I don't see anything about new album yet.
Guns N' Roses will be good. What's the other group that sings? The drummer died.
No, he lost an arm. Never mind.
Not Def Leppard, yeah.
Def Leppard's got a one-armed drummer, and he drums better with one arm than he did with two.
It would be dope, though. Def Leppard's got a dope album.
Yeah.
Two of them.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what's the Foo Fighters. They'd be all right, too.
Oh, yeah, Dave Grohl. Yeah, they lost their drummer.
Yeah.
That would be a legacy act at this point. I mean, I wouldn't be mad.
Man, Jelly Roll ain't famous enough, man. Hey. Jelly Roll's only famous in a blood closet. His other songs are street gangster rap. He can't do those, man. All this new shit, people that are basically new artists aren't going to be able to do it. Beyonce's already done it. Taylor Swift could do it. She's popular. She's been fucking famous since 19, she's 30 something. But hey, Jelly Roll ain't never. Jelly Roll might have a part of a song with somebody on it, motherfucker, dog. But he ain't gonna be able to be a headliner at halftime, dog. A lot of people don't listen to that. Like, I don't know any fucking Jelly Roll songs. I live 30 minutes from Jelly Roll's house.
I can tell you, I know zero of his songs too.
I mean, I've been to show with him before. I've done a show with Jelly Roll. I know the rap songs.
Like,
I don't know any country songs, bro.
I like this new artist, Jelly Roll. I'm like, new artist? I was listening to him 10 years ago. He was doing collab rap albums with a dude named Lil White.
Mafia. Lil White, yeah. Jason, they're all down here. Friends list, check it out.
Yeah.
If you live in the South, if you live south of the Potomac River, you knew Jelly Roll from rap.
For Antioch. The worst part of that.
Fact about Dave Grohl from Foo Fighters. He went to my wife's high school, Bishop Ireton, Alexandria, Virginia. Mm-hmm. He's a DMV guy, man. So he's got roots over here. Nat Rivers and Living Color TV shows. The reason why NFL halftime shows are big. And Living Color stole their ratings.
And do you know which Super Bowl that was?
I do not.
Super Bowl 26, Washington, Buffalo.
1990.
That's when they did the Men on Film halftime show.
Mark Rippon Bowl.
And if you have not seen that, if you have not seen that,
behind the
watch that and go, they actually got that on TV.
1991 team behind your back over there, Steve.
That's right. Ernest Biner. Todd said probably Kanye, but he's probably blackballed. You know, he paid, was it $5 million for an ad, and he filmed the ad from his phone.
I don't think he's blackballed. Wasn't he there? Didn't he sing the song?
I don't think he performed.
No, that was him jumped on stage with the glasses and shit. That was his song.
No.
That was his song. I wondered if that was him.
Yeah.
He was
Man, I thought that was him, bro.
Yeah. And Virginia's kind of reneging a little bit on the Wiz and Caps move. The Virginia Democrats won't even vote to put it on the docket to present it as to even have the discussion. So I think they upset because no one talked through the logistics of how's this going to work, what's the public transportation. So right now it's not even on the docket in Virginia. So right now it's on pause.
They're saying that, but they're really holding it hostage because they want a whole bunch of stuff passed in return.
Oh, so it's weaponizing.
They're weaponizing it because they want a whole bunch of stuff that ain't gonna get signed.
And Leonsis, I thought he was kind of weaponizing the deal with DC because right at the day after he did that, he said he wanted $500 million from he wanted $600 million from DC. DC offered up $500 million to renovate Capital One. So who knows what's going to happen, man? Who knows? Jason Wright came out and said there was a special opportunity, and it looks like it was pointing to DC. So for the new stadium, I don't know, but Jason Wright has been pretty quiet, so maybe he's in the shadows working that stadium deal. I don't know. Also, did you guys see Antonio Pierce on Ryan Clark's podcast? Was it I Am Athlete? I think it's called.
I did not.
So Antonio Pierce was on there. Ryan Clark said, "Hey man, listen, you went to bed one night, you thought you had Cliff Kingsbury wrapped up. You wake up the next morning, and all of a sudden it's announced that Cliff Kingsbury is going to be the offensive coordinator of the Washington Commanders. How does that make you feel, and how does that mess up your process?" And he was like, first words were, "You're like, you know what? I thought we had Cliff, but I can't compete with Magic Johnson." And then he goes, "If I lose to Magic Johnson, that's okay." Because remember, the rumors came out, they were like, Magic called Cliff and brought him to DC. So that kind of just confirms the fact that Magic is doing what we thought he'd be doing, maybe marketing and recruiting and doing those, not ownership decisions like the other guys, but more of the I'm bringing in talent because I'm Magic Johnson sort of thing. So I like it. Magic's doing what we thought he was going to do. So props to Magic. Deluxe said Virginia is always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Virginia can never get this stuff passed. They want a professional sports team so bad, and I don't know when they're going to get it, man. Kentucky has the Wildcats. That's all they need. But yeah, we're going to wrap this one up. We want to thank everyone for tuning in. This was a dope live stream. And now listen, so it's the first. So Monday was the first day of the new league year. Pretty soon we're going to have the legal tampering period, and then you're going to have some free agency, and then it's going to be all combine, all pro day. So yes, there'll be a little lag in here in the football, but
we didn't talk about Rachel Dolezal.
Talk about what?
Rachel Dolezal.
Yeah, that's politics, but we didn't talk about that.
That ain't even politics.
No, it's just the yes. It's a lady who pretended to be one race. She's really another race, and now she's on OnlyFans. So trying to make that money.
Teaching kids.
That's right. That is right. Okay. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. This was a great dope live stream. We looked at Dan Quinn's staff and how he's assembling a super crew to put together and what that thinks it means for the draft. So don't forget, Todd Samuel will buy himself a Sam Howell jersey if he's starting week 1. And if we draft Jaden Daniels at 2, we will buy someone a Jaden Daniels jersey for this podcast, and we'll do a drawing live. And Todd Samuels will join us live on draft night. So for all the Todd Samuel love, hate, he will be with us. We'll get to see him in the flesh. So thank you, every single person who tuned in for the chat. Brandon, Ryan, Yam, Tia, Todd, Deluxe, DT, Aaron, Cher, Ben. It's going to take me forever to go back through the list, but you guys are worth it. Thomas Millen, Goody from Facebook, Nat. Who else we have in here? Greg Delaney, Marcus, of course, Brandon Cole. I already said Ben Harlow. I want to go all the way back and see anybody, but thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate all your love and support. Just remember, stay tuned. We got some good stuff cooking up for week 1 of the official football year in September. So it's going to be a good time. It's going to be dope. All right. Until then, y'all know what to do. Peace. Inhale. We out.